How's everybody going tonight? Tonight we're going to be talking about gearing. A lot of people don't talk about gearing in a car, but gearing is very important from the first gear to the second gear. So I did a quick little chart over there. I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to do. So stand by. Hi guys, how's everybody doing? Today we're going to be talking about gearing. So here's a list of gearing. You got plenty of gears to choose from. Got all sorts of gears in the house, different gears. You know, the black bones, people love those. The one that Dan sells, people love those. You know, all over the place. Got FG gears over here, FG gears, plates and carriers. Anyway, what the discussion is tonight, what it's going to be is gearing. Not many people talk about gearing, so let's set this up right here. Here we go. There's several things you should know about gearing. You know, first thing, gearing, like this is the low gearing. 16, 17, 18, all the way down. I'm only going to go up to 26. If you have a single speed car, like a twin, normally it's between 24 and higher. That's just my particular guess. I'm not too sure what the guys run, but they must be running a gear that's, I guess, a little higher. If you have a Baja, right, and you're running a gear, let's say from around, I think the cars now these days, I think they come with 19s or 18s, okay? If you want the car to have more pep, you go to a lower number, okay? The lower the number is more of an aggressive gear. So when you have an aggressive gear, okay, the car basically will take off a lot quicker, just out of the hole and move quicker, right? Just when you're moving. If you're running a single speed, depends on what you want to do. If you want to go through, bashing, hard takeoffs, 18 is good. 17 is good, depends on what you want to do. 19 normally works just fine. When you're coming into two speeds, what you got to do is you got to find a gear, okay, that the car takes off quick and doesn't labor in any manner, okay? The meaning of laboring is you can have two motors, and a motor on a second speed could get tired over here where it doesn't change, 22, 23, 24, where the motor itself cannot carry the gear, okay? Like most cars, some cars are 25s, 23s, 24s. Most guys at 330 feet, they do 26, 27, 28. It depends on what the motor can carry. But the problem is you can't jump too far. An average car that runs maybe a 16 could probably jump maybe up to a 20, and that's just mild, okay? But there's certain distances you could run, okay? If you're running something about, let's say, 240 feet, okay, you could probably run an 18 to 22, right? So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 teeth is a safe jump. Some guys jump 5, 6. That's up to them, okay? So that's not too bad for like above 200 feet. If you're running, let's say, 132 feet, you could probably get a nice hard takeoff at 16, okay, and maybe jump to a 20, and maybe jump that gear a little mid-track, okay? That's for maybe 132 feet. 330 feet, you should be running on average maybe 19. Right now, my car, I think it's running 22 on the first because it's just taking off too hard, and I still have issues with the takeoff, so I have to work my way down. Again, when it comes to the gearing, even at cars for, let's say, 310 feet, okay, maybe you could take off at 20, and off at 25, 20, 26. Safe zone is 4. A little crazier is maybe 6 when it comes to that. Now you gotta remember that these cars are based on 72 teeth. Okay, so once you have 72 teeth, Okay, that's the total count of gears. Okay, so if you go on a calculator, let's say you have a 22 gear, okay, and you want to find out what gear goes with that, okay, you're going to minus, okay, 74 equals 52. Just 22, 52 over here. Okay, so that's going to be your gearing. Okay, for whatever gear you find. Anything that's custom, what's not on the list, all right, let's say 28, okay, you have 28, okay, minus 74 equals. That's the gear you would have to look for, okay, and that's how it's going to work. HPI cars, Bajas, they're based on 74s, okay, so once it's on 74s, that's your gear. Total amount of teeth. Okay. Then you also have the other cars. Okay. The other cars, what we're talking about is 64, which is FG, which is the difference of 10. Okay. So you have the 74 minus 64. Okay. Plus 10. Okay. That's why the FG cars turn faster. There's 10 teeth less to turn on a particular car when it comes to running these. Okay. You could achieve the same amount as an FG, because FGs are pretty quick, but all these cars now are going so quick, you can run an FG car against an HPI, Baja, whatever, no problem. The guys are going fantastically fast. You got cars doing 4.0, 4.1, 4.2. Same speeds as an FG car. Okay? In my personal opinion, which is, again, only my opinion, okay? If you're running 132 feet, you should be maybe from 17 to 20 or 21. Okay? Again, my opinion again. Okay? Everybody's is different. 245 feet. You could probably go maybe from 18 to 23 or 24 for that. Anything higher than that, again, my opinion. I start off at 22. I've been working my way back and forth, having different issues, so it can change. But I'm ending off over here and over here. Okay, the time is still pretty good, but you know how it is. If you want to go quick, you gotta learn the math and try to get your car to go as quick as you can go, shortest amount of time. The better the reaction time, the better you're gonna do. Okay, there are plenty of gears. Okay, factors in gears. Okay. A plastic gear, okay, let me find a standard plastic gear. It's not an HPI gear. Plastic gear, okay, less mass to turn. Why? It's a lot lighter, okay. When you turn around and you have, let's say, let me find another gear. What's this one? Blackbone, right? Mass is important. If it's got to turn this heavy gear, it's a heavy gear. So what you guys got to do is you could lighten up on the car, okay, take a lot of load off the car so the steel gears work less, and that should be able to theoretically, okay, have the car run better. Try to get your weight on the car not too low, okay, because it's very difficult. If you don't have enough weight on the ground, okay, you're not gonna go nowhere. Okay, you have to have some weight on the car. Not too sure normally all these guys run, but should be a decent amount of weight, maybe 24, 25 pounds, I think is average for the cars. Okay, and that should be good. Okay, when it comes to regular gearings, you know, mesh is important. You know, try and find a gear that you want. If you got to turn around and modify a gear, a modify a carrier, you could do so. You could do whatever you need. You know, the sky's the limit with these cars. So all you got to remember is this is the gearings. Again, opinion. These are just the gearings that they say I have, or this is as far as, you know, is good for my world, for what I do. Okay? So what you should go out there and do is, you know, is find a gear that works. Okay? So also, there's another issue with gearing. Okay? What an engine can carry. I call it laboring. A motor can labor. Okay? You gotta have let's say two 30.5s, right? Let's start off with the 16, right? On the 16, let's say two motors the same, but one motor for some reason can't carry 16. That's very impossible to do. It has to carry that, okay? The higher you go, okay, we're talking about the second speed, not the first speed. The higher you go on the gearing, going all the way down, you're gonna get to a point where the motor, again, even if you have the same motors, it's still cut the same, but there's always differences in fuel, air, and mixture. Okay, what I will do is once the motor is in the second gear, it cannot carry a particular gear. Okay, meaning when the motor labors, it struggles. It struggles to perform that gear. Okay, so some guys, what they do, they work their way up, and they figure, okay, I'm doing good. It's 23, 24. Let me spend another $68. 25 craps out. No good. Okay, you got to find what's there. You could borrow gear from your friend, put it in, try it, save a little money that way, because all this costs. I mean, you got to pay rent, mortgages. You got to do a lot of different things in life. You know, kids, everything's a factor. But in a hobby, all I'm trying to say is be cost effective. Try find something that works. What I normally do, I talk to the guys. I find out what kind of gears they have at the highest, and maybe I'll try one. And if I have the ones that are underneath, I'll go from that one. I'll go back. If they say if this gear works fine, then fine. I'll go purchase that gear. Okay, but it's always good to have friends who will lend you a particular gear or teach you particular combinations. You know, combinations. You know, again, they're gonna differ. Whatever you want to do, but you know, if you do. Like, 132 feet, maybe no higher than 21. Okay, 245 feet on the second gear, no higher than maybe 23. Okay, I see the 310 that we're running in Brooklyn, 26 is good. I've had some decent times out of 25. Okay, motor, I'm still trying to get that situation to go as good as it can go. Okay, so you gotta remember, less mass, lighter weight, cut the carriers, whatever you gotta do. Take weight off the car. Right now my car is sitting over here. I did a new little up wheelie bar in the rear of the car, trying to get it straight. Got a lot more things I got to do to the car. But hey, everything takes time. You got to do it. So don't be discouraged with these gears. You can do these gears. Okay, and hopefully this little tip on how to work the gearing, should help you. A lot of guys in a lot of videos, they don't tell you much about gearing, okay? And also, one thing I saw one guy do said, oh, I can make a car downshift. Don't do that. Let's say if you're at 23, okay, on the first gear, and you shift down to a 22, boom, you could bang the motor into pieces. Don't do that, okay? You're gonna need to find a gear between 4 to 5 jumps. So when the motor starts running onto its first gear, it has power enough to carry the next gear, and you don't hear an RPM change throughout the entire run. That will be your perfect gear. I've had many of my cars get down to 310 feet and no good. Like I've ran 22 died out, 23 died out, 24 died out, 25 is fine, 26 is fine. Okay, I'm not gonna do 28. Because I think my motor can't carry 20, so that'd be what? Waste of money. Let's not waste money with these gears. Remember, everybody, it's just a hobby. Gearing is gearing. Just try to do the best as you can. I would probably show other pictures of other stuff I got here, but today's just a numbers thing. We're going to be doing other parts of the cars and comparisons in other videos. So I hope everybody liked the discussion on gearing. So just remember, don't throw the money away. Do your research. Bring out the calculator. When you take a run, write it down. It's very easy to write it down. All you gotta do is just get one of these. Write down the time you ran, the gearing you ran, and the temperature that you ran. The temperature outside. Because the amount of temperature outside, whether it's 60, 50 degrees, 78, 89, 90, 91, the car, even with that good gearing, is going to run different times. Okay, so you might have to change a gear or change a tune. There are a lot of things that could change in order to do this. But long story short, just go out there, have fun, find the gearing you want. Okay, and I hope this explains the type of gearing. So remember, the key word in this, if the motor labors, it's too much gear for the car. You work your way down. Have a good evening. Everybody be cool, be safe. And remember, see you at the line, everybody. Enjoy.